Liverpool's summer transfer window has already thrown up its fair share of surprises, but the latest development might just top the lot. With rumours swirling and fresh reports emerging from some of Europe's most trusted sources, the Reds appear to be making serious moves behind the scenes. And now, attention has firmly turned to one of Real Madrid's most exciting attacking talents. Here's what we know so far about the growing noise around Rodrygo, and why Liverpool's interest is suddenly making headlines. Let's break it down along with all the other Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. But first, after waiting to conclude a transfer to Napoli, Darwin Nunez's proposed move to Serie A is considered off, with his most prominent interest now in Saudi Arabia. Nunez had given the go-ahead for Napoli to hold talks with Liverpool over a transfer this summer, with the Italian champions tabling a bid. That offer was worth around £52 million, which did not meet his asking price, and a month after contact was first made, the deal has now collapsed. Transfer journalist Fabrizio Romano reports that Napoli have informed Liverpool that the deal can be considered off, with the fee considered too high. Liverpool were pushing for a fee closer to £70 million, according to the Mail's Dominic King, with Napoli instead turning to Udinese's Lorenzo Luca. Nunez could still attract offers in that region, however, with Romano claiming on X that clubs from the Saudi Pro League have now made the initial approach over a possible transfer. The Athletic's David Ornstein reported on Tuesday that Al Hilal were keeping tabs, and it is expected that a move for him will progress again soon. Al Hilal were among the clubs to attempt to sign Nunez in January, with it claimed that the Saudi runners-up had offered the Uruguayan wages of £558,000 a week. They went on to see Neymar leave the club in January, and summer bids for Victor Osimhen have failed, as he is expected to leave Napoli for Galatasaray. A move to Riyadh could certainly be possible for Nunez then, and though the striker was reported to prefer a switch to either Spain or Italy, journalist David Lynch explained in May that he was happy to go to Saudi. Per the Liverpool Echo's Dave Powell, any agreement worth over £21.2 million for Nunez would be considered profit on the club's books. Now, in some huge Rodrygo to Liverpool news, Liverpool are claimed to have opened talks over a deal for Real Madrid winger Rodrygo, with the Brazilian said to be valued at £87 million. Rodrygo, the 24-year-old forward, is reported to be considering his future at Real Madrid, having barely featured at the Club World Cup. A marginal role under Xabi Alonso has led sources in England, Spain and Brazil to link the versatile attacker with a move to Liverpool. ESPN Brazil backed up reports from Spanish publication AS on Wednesday, while TalkSport's Alex Crook claimed preliminary discussions between Liverpool and Real Madrid on Thursday. However, LFC News understands there are currently no plans to move for the Brazilian. Liverpool are expecting further changes in their forward line this summer, not least with a deal for Eintracht Frankfurt striker Hugo Ekitike accelerating with a view to completing his transfer by the weekend. Darwin Nunez is also in line to leave Anfield, with sides in Saudi Arabia interested, while Luis Diaz has suitors in Barcelona and Bayern Munich. Rodrigo has been held up as a possible replacement for Diaz, but Liverpool are adamant their number 7 will not be sold, having already rejected advances from both clubs. Whether the situation changes with a convincing offer for Diaz remains to be seen, but as it stands, Rodrigo is not on the agenda. Liverpool and Real Madrid have already conducted business this summer, of course, with an £8.4 million fee agreed to release Trent AlexanderArnold from his contract early. AlexanderArnold was brought in before his deal with Liverpool expired, as the Spanish side wanted to involve him at the Club World Cup, but he ultimately missed their semi-final thrashing at the hands of PSG through injury. Real Madrid also have Ibrahima Konate on their radar, with the centre-back having entered the final 12 months of his contract. Rodrigo moved to the Bernabeu from Santos in 2019 and has gone on to score 68 goals and assist a further 51 in 270 appearances for the club, averaging a goal or assist every 135.7 minutes. He is a natural left winger, but is capable of operating on the right as well as up front. In other news, Jadon Danns is set to be given a chance to prove himself in pre-season before any decision is made on a move away from Liverpool amid loan interest. Danns spent much of last season sidelined through injury, with ongoing back issues keeping him off the pitch entirely during a loan spell at Sunderland. Despite the two clubs agreeing a deal for the 19-year-old for the second half of the campaign, he instead stayed at the AXA training centre undergoing treatment. But LFC News understands Danns is now fully fit and has been involved in every session since joining Liverpool's first team for the start of pre-season. He was not involved in the opening friendly of the summer against Preston, but was simply rested as with many others. The plan is for the striker to travel with the squad for the pre-season tour of Asia, with Arne Slot and his players flying out on Monday. He can then be involved in friendlies against AC Milan in Hong Kong on July 26th and Yokohama F. Marinos in Japan on July 30th, along with regular training. Liverpool will make a decision on his role for the upcoming campaign either upon their return to the Merseyside or the conclusion of pre-season. After the tour of Asia, the Reds will face Spanish side Athletic Club in back-to-back friendlies on the evening of August 4th. They will then face Crystal Palace in the Community Shield on August 10th, just days before their Premier League title defence begins at home to Bournemouth. Sunderland are reported to be interested in renewing their deal to take Danns on loan for 2025-26, though there will be no guarantees of a regular starting spot following their promotion to the top flight. If made available, there will be no shortage of interest in a youngster who has already scored 3 times for Liverpool's first team. There will be further inquiries from the Championship, and he is likely to also attract offers from elsewhere in Europe, such as the strong reputation he has earned since his debut under Jurgen Klopp. Danns is a popular figure within the Liverpool squad as well as in the academy, and he could feasibly take a backup role heading into the new season. Liverpool are expecting significant changes to their number 9 ranks this summer, with a deal for Eintracht Frankfurt striker Hugo Ekitike in the works while Darwin Nunez heads for the exit. All of that leaves Jadon Danns at an important crossroads in his young career. Fully fit and finally back in the mix, he now has a valuable opportunity to impress Arne Slot during pre-season and potentially stake a claim for a place in Liverpool's senior squad. Whether he remains at Anfield as a backup option or heads out on loan to continue his development, decisions will come only after he's had the chance to showcase his talent on tour. What's clear is that Liverpool are keeping their options open, and so is Danns, as he looks to build momentum after a frustrating year. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.